Hey guys, Sonic Smash Bro here, and I am done with the KC Cup for this particular format. First stage was done pretty quickly, and I'd say I did pretty well in the second stage overall. Once more with good old Synchron Quasar, because yes, we're back to Synchron Quasar. Since, as I mentioned on the previous profile, because yes, I am profiling Synchron Quasar again. Yeah, 2 speed dual profiles in 1 month, imagine that. I just think Bond Illuminates is infinitely better for Yusei among the skills he has currently, and you're gonna see why. Let's get right to it. You've seen what this skill does so many times by now, I'm not gonna go into too much detail. But each effect is once per duel. You can change the position of set cards set by the skill. First effect, send the Synchron or a level 2 Wind Warrior with 1000 less attack from hand to grave, add a Synchron from deck to hand, and set Synchro Chase from outside of the deck. You know what that does by now. Second effect, send all monsters you control to the graveyards if their total combined original attack is 2500 or more. Set 2 random Signer Dragons with different names out of the 4 from outside of your deck. You know what this can do. You know what this can bring out. Turn 3 and onward, return Stardust Dragon from your field or graveyard to the extra deck, then change the level of all Synchro monsters you currently control to level 2, and set Lifestream Dragon from outside of a deck. As usual, the main deck must have at least 7 level 2 or lower Warrior type or Machine type monsters, and the extra deck must have a level 10 or higher Light monster and no monsters other than Synchro monsters. So, Double Dunk Synchron, you know what this does by now. With normal summon, you can target a level 2 or lower monster in the grave. Special summon it in defense with effects negated. Now, for the second stage specifically, I did go down to 1 Doppel Warrior. Originally in the first stage, I was playing 2 Doppel Warrior and 1 tuning. In the second stage, I switched it the other way around. 1 Doppel Warrior and 2 tuning. When a monster is special summoned from your grave except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If it's sent to the grave as Synchro material, you can special summon 2 Doppel tokens in attack position, level 1 Dark Warrior type monsters with 400 attack and defense each. Now, as for why I went down to 1 Doppel Warrior, we needed triple Lance, triple Cosmic this time around. There was no way to avoid doing that. So, a sacrifice had to be made. In the end, I figured I would rather have the second tuning to where I at least see some kind of combo, versus seeing the 2 Doppel Warrior and nothing else to where I get literally nothing at all. Does that make sense? As good as the Jet and Doppel combo is, as much as you want to see it, in this case, a sacrifice had to be made. But oh well. Moving on, we do need effect Veil to protect Genus. So, during your opponent's main phase, you can send this card from hand to grave, then target a face-up effect monster your opponent controls. That face-up effect monster your opponent controls has all of its effects negated until the end of the turn, and this is a quick effect. Double Jet Synchron is next. If this card is sent to the grave as Synchro material, you can add a junk monster from deck to hand. Or, if it's in your grave, you can send the card from hand to grave, special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. 1 effect per turn, only once that turn. Yes, I did get a Glossy from the pickup box. Beautiful. Now, if only it was a Prismatic. Anyway, Double Junk Converter. You can discard this card and a tuner, add a Synchron from deck to hand. If it's sent to the grave as Synchro material, however, you can target a tuner in your grave, special summon it in defense, but it can't activate effects this turn. This turn, keep that in mind. Each effect is once per turn, by the way. So, Synchron Explorer is next. When normal summon, you can target a Synchron in the grave, special summon it with effects negated. And the Synchron Carrier. During your main phase, you can normal summon a Synchron in addition to your normal summoner set per turn, once per turn. If another Synchron monster is sent to the grave as a Synchro material for the Synchro summon of a Warrior type or Machine type Synchro monster while you control this card, you can special summon a Synchron token once per turn, but as a level 2 Earth Machine type monster with 1000 attack and 0 defense. That never comes up anymore, it's just here for the extra normal summon. On to spells, no traps. We have the Forbidden Droplet. I do have a second one, but one is all we can really afford to use. Send any number of other cards from your hand and or field to the graveyard. Choose that many effect monsters your opponent controls, and until the end of this turn, their attack is halved. Also, their effects are negated. In response to this card's activation, your opponent cannot activate cards or the effects of cards with the same original type, monster, spell, or trap respectively, as the cards you sent to the graveyard to activate this card, and 1 Forbidden Droplet per turn. Next up, as mentioned, is Triple Forbidden Lance. Target a face-up monster on the field until the end of this turn. Loses 800 attack, but it's unaffected by the effects of other spell and trap cards. And Triple Cosmic Cyclone. Pay 1000, target a spell trap on the field and banish it. You know exactly why back row is so prominent right now. Blue Eyes with Crackdown, Successor Soul, Ultimate Fusion, Sky Striker with Shark Cannon, Widow Anchor, and probably IDP in there as well. Yeah, they are the single biggest reasons why we needed 6 anti-backrow cards. Just saying. So as mentioned, double tuning, add a Synchron tuner from deck to hand, then send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. This did actually work out in my favor during the second stage at least once. I do have a second stage replay to show to close this out. And the one Forbidden Chalice. Target a face-up monster on the field until the end of this turn. It gains 400 attack, but the effects are negated. Onto the extra deck, of course, the Shooting Quasar Dragon. Must be Synchro summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. Maximum number of attacks per battle phase equals number of non-tuner monsters used to Synchro summon it. Once per turn during either player's turn, you have an Omni-Negate, and when it leaves the field, you can special summon Shooting Star Dragon from the extra deck. Still wish we had room for that float, it is so good. Anyway, Stardust Warrior, yes, another card I got glossy from the pickup box, and again, if only it was prismatic. Anyway, during either player's turn, if your opponent would special summon monsters not through an effect, you can trip this card and negate the summons, and if you do, destroy those monsters. During the end phase, if the Spectre is activated successfully, you can special summon it from your graveyard, and if this card is destroyed by battle, or if this face-up card you control leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, you can special summon a level 8 or lower Warrior Synchro monster from your extra deck, and it's treated as a Synchro summon. We don't have room for a float to where it would really matter, though. The Limit 1 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Once per turn during either player's turn, when another monster's effect is activated, you can negate the activation. If you do, destroy that monster, and if you do that, this card gains attack equal to the destroyed monster's original attack until the end of this turn. More importantly, because people still don't read this, if this card battles a level 5 or higher monster your opponent controls during damage calculation, this card gains attack equal to the current attack of the opponent's monster it is battling during that damage calculation only, and that is not once per turn. Read this effect. Anyway, Stardust Dragon. During either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated to destroy a card or cards on the field, you can tribute this card, negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. During the end phase, if this effect was activated successfully, you can special summon it from your graveyard. Next up is Formula Synchron. When this card is Synchro summoned, you can draw 1 card, and once per chain during your opponent's main phase, you can essentially excel Synchro. Next up is the Catapult Warrior. This actually came up, believe it or not. You'll see why when we get to the end of this. Once per turn, you contribute 1 junk monster. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to half of the original attack of the attributed monster. Yeah, would you believe me if I said that actually mattered during the second stage? It's funny how it did, and you're gonna see it, but nonetheless, Scarred Warrior. Your opponent cannot target face-up warrior-type monsters for attacks except for this one, and once per turn, if this card will be destroyed by battle, it's not destroyed. Last up is Tatsunoko. If this Synchro summoned monster will be used for another Synchro summon, 1 monster in your hand can be used as one of the other Synchro materials, and it's unaffected by other monsters' effects. That's it for the deck. Let's get on to the replays from the first stage all the way up to the second. So, let's start this off with something I avoided during the Genus Synchron profile. This time, however, I was not escaping it in any way, shape, or form. Unfortunately for me. That being... Why, hello there, Sky Striker.
With my cards and my friend,
let's start the duel.
So, while this turn is playing out, I do want to take a moment to credit the OCG Stories manga. Because, if you haven't read that, you should, since it managed just to make Rei absolutely adorable as a character. She's amazing in the OCG Stories manga. Speaking of Rei, too bad the deck itself is, well, to quote Sword Art Online Abridged, take the most awful and horrific thing you can think of and multiply it by cancer. Now, if you're wondering why they went Hayate here, Into the Void would have made Shizuku useless. I engage into Widow Anchor. Engage is freaking busted.
it's my turn. I draw from my hand.
Cosmic off the top.
On Duelist,
Got the Widow Anchor, and here's our first combo. All you need is Jet Synchron.
flip over my face down.
Use the skill's first effect.
I activate
Send
a
Jet to grave.
continuous spell.
Add Synchron Explorer to hand.
Okay.
Flip the Synchro Chase in this case, even though we're not going to need it. Explorer brings back the Jet.
Here's my tuner monster. Okay.
And these two will make your Tatsunoko.
Summon a monster.
Jet will search your Junk Converter. Use the Tatsunoko and the Junk Converter you just added to your hand. Synchro summon one of your level 5 Synchro Warriors. It really doesn't matter which one you go
Warrior.
in this case, because you have Junk Converter in the graveyard
I
guaranteed.
activate a continuous spell. I activate my monster's effect.
Now, I brought the Converter back with Synchro Chase and used Converter to bring back the Tatsunoko, because I did not want to risk Converter getting banished by Shark Cannon.
Counting on you. I synchro summon a monster. Battle.
And Tatsunoko and your level 5 will make your
I attack
Crystal
my
win.
monster.
Hayate can go ahead and mill whatever it wants. I don't care. Ray in the graveyard is the issue here.
I activate my monster's effect. I end my turn.
My turn. I draw. From my hand, I activate another
Afterburners,
Only one
how about
full of
no?
surprises. I flip over my face down card. I activate a
field
quick
spell.
play spell.
Gets the second Widow Anchor. And that was Mind Control that was set. Because again, Into the Void.
It's go time. I draw.
And well, they were screwed pretty much no matter what.
Genus Synchron. I'm not. This is the strength of our bond.
Take a look at
I
my
attack.
set
I
card.
flip over my
I
face down
activate
card.
a quick play spell.
I
Thank
activate
you,
a quick play
Second
spell.
Lance.
This will end. I attack you directly.
So yeah, Junk Converter decided to be the one to finish things.
You're better than me.
The power of
Talk about insult to injury. Anyway. Next up. High Battle Chronicle.
With
Believe
my
it or
cards
not,
and my
because of this
friends by my
build,
side,
I actually
can't lose.
like going
I will
second into Battle
destroy
Chronicle.
you until there's nothing left of you. Duel. My turn. The spell card. Bingo machine. Go. I add the card you choose to my hand. I set a card.
I forget if this was the replay where I did the full combo. Actually, wait, no, I don't think it is. I think this is the one where I get screwed over.
Come on. Destroy the darkness. I end
It's
my
go
turn.
time.
Make your
Card. I flip over my face. I activate my monster's effect. The tuner monster jumps.
I do definitely try to full combo
Here's
here,
my
though.
tuner monster. I activate my monster. I need your help. I special wearing the marks of endless wars. His
So, Scarred Warrior comes out.
I activate my monster's effect.
You have to try harder than that. I'll use my set
I'm
card.
counting on you. I know
You see, the smart thing to do would have been to go after the Jet there, but whatever.
power and speed surge towards
I'm okay with this situation. I'm perfectly okay with it.
your might.
I'm not gonna
Synchron
question
summon.
this.
The Synchro Formula Synchron Jet Synchron's effect.
You have to try harder than that.
From my hand,
I flip over
I
my set
activate a
card.
quick play spell.
I activate a quick play spell.
And that Lance off the top deck
Summon a monster.
actually saves me here. You're gonna see why.
You have to
Ultimate
try
Fusion,
harder
and in
than
this
that.
case, we don't lance the Tatsunoko, believe it or not. We actually lance the Blue Eyes, because Ultimate Fusion is affecting Blue Eyes White Dragon.
I activate a quick play spell.
So, no fusion, and we get to keep going.
Level 5. I activate a continuous spell. I activate my monster's effect. The Synchro... I know what to do. Okay. I Synchro summon a monster. I'm not scared. Here I
And so
go.
we at least get this end
I
board, which is
attack
still
with
pretty
my
good.
monster. I activate my monster's effect. Let's see what you
We have
can
Crystal
do.
Wing putting up the pressure.
I end my
It's
turn.
my high draw. Here it comes. Let's take
And yeah,
attack.
kinda just drew into the one lackluster soldier. This is why you always mill that first with the skill effect. Just saying.
This isn't over between us.
The power.
Well, if you can anyway. Nonetheless. Yeah, believe it or not, this isn't Battle Chronicle. I wholly expected it, though. Zombie
With my
Synchro.
cards and my
Yay.
whatever you're
Duel. Here I go. Join me. I activate my mod.
I discard a
Yeah,
factor
I did
from
not
my hand
care.
to activate its effect.
Zombie Synchro has way too many ways to send things to grave. So
activate
I
my
just
monster
did not care.
on out. I set a card. I'll use my set card. Special summon. Here it comes. Link summon. I activate my monster's effect. Join me. I end my
It's
turn.
my turn. I draw a duelist.
So, the next combo. All you need is Jet Synchron and Junk Synchron.
Here's my face down.
Pitch Jet with the skill as usual.
I activate a
Search the
continuous
Synchron
spell.
Carrier. In this case, we're going to tuning search for the Junk Synchron.
Tuning.
Then,
Okay.
well, that sucks. I was going to do something different there. I actually forgot I milled the Junk there.
The tuner monster,
Normal Summon
Junk
Carrier.
Synchron.
Extra Normal Summon Junk Synchron.
Junk Synchron's
Get your Jet
effect.
Synchron back.
Here's my tuner monster,
Jet and Carrier.
Counting on
Make Tatsunoko.
I
And this
synchro
should look
summon a
familiar.
monster.
Now, in this situation, since we already have a Junk Converter in hand, we would search Junk Synchron instead for the next turn.
Jet Synchron's effect.
But it got milled, so we're still searching Converter as normal anyway.
Summon a monster.
Make specifically Catapult Warrior here,
Catapult Warrior.
so you have Scarred Warrior's attack power for next
I
turn.
activate my monster's effect.
More so for the skill's second effect. But anyway, don't activate Synchro Chase just yet, just use Converter to bring back Tatsunoko. Use one of your level 3s in your Catapult Warrior to Synchro Summon Stardust Dragon to your main monster zone, otherwise you're going to clog the zones up later.
Take flight. I activate a continuous.
Then you activate your Synchro Chase, bring back the Catapult Warrior, use it in the other level 3 tuner to bring Crystal Wing to the extra monster zone.
I synchro summon a monster. I'm not
So,
scared to attack.
this was a hard bait.
Attacks from my hand. I activate a quick play
Try
spell.
harder than that.
He kind of forced the lance, unfortunately, but this does force Avenged Savior.
I activate my monster's
Too bad Crystal
effect.
Wing doesn't care, and it gains Savior's original attack
This
points.
is the strength
Can you see
of
where
our
this is
bond.
going?
You
Attack.
won't escape from me.
Yeah, bring back whatever you want. I don't care.
This will I activate my monster's effect.
Bonk. Actually amazing that that worked the way it did. I don't care. That was funny to see that happen.
Enjoy this
Beautiful.
now. This
Try all you want. You were still getting bonked by Crystal Wing one way or the other. Man, I love when stupid moments like that happen. They're just amazing. Speaking of stupid moments, I swear, every time I brick against Sky Striker, because spoiler, this is Sky Striker again, they always seem to brick along with me. I don't get it either.
I can't afford.
Sure.
Okay. Duel. It's my turn. I set from my hand. That ends my turn.
It's go time. I draw from
That's
my
just
hand.
all they did. I'm not letting multi-roll do its thing. I have to set and set all these.
My turn.
So yeah, we both bricked.
From my hand. I end
Jamming
my
Waves,
turn.
goodbye
It's
Droplet,
go
but
time.
that's it.
I draw. I'll set a card. I end my
It's
turn.
my turn. I draw. From my hand. I set a card.
There's still hope.
I was debating on hitting the multi-roll again, but in this case, I just chose to freaking hit the back row that was just set, which is Widow Anchor, so
It's
that was
my
good,
turn.
I guess.
draw. From my hand. I activate my spell.
Mind Control, flip the Converter.
End my turn.
Can't battle because of how Mind Control works.
I draw. I activate my spell card.
And the tuning happens.
Each card.
So yeah, there's the second doppel as I mentioned earlier.
I flip over my face. The tuner monster jumps wearing the mark.
So here's the thing in this case. Because we have both Junk and Jet in the grave, this was an option select.
I activate my monster.
Because I had a feeling this was Shark Cannon.
I flip over my
Regardless of which one that got banished, I was fine.
Monster Jet Synchron. The hopes of the world coalesce.
And well, you know how the rest goes.
Take flight. Jet Synchron's effect. A duelist.
Just search that because we can, I guess.
Sword to power. Up here. A duelist. No. The power of my.
And there we go. Get out of here. So, next up, I want to take this chance to give a bit of a shout out. Why? Not for the deck he was running, but for one specific play he did during this duel that was actually really smart. So, this is Photon Galaxy.
Let's duel. Duel. It's my turn. A duelist job.
And unfortunately, we have to rely on the basic combo.
Here's my face step. The
But,
tuner monster
hey,
jump Synchron's effect.
I'll take what I can get.
I activate my monster's effect. I know what to do. Wearing the marks of endless wars, his spirit still burns. Scarred. I activate a continuous spell. The tuner monster. I'll set a card. I need your help. I synchro summon a monster. I end my turn.
And there we go, pass turn.
to hunt. I draw. You pay.
Photon Dragon Advent. The skill is kinda dumb. You'll see what I mean in a second.
By showing you a photon monster, I can special summon. Join the duel! Join me! Photon Vanisher lets me acquire Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon! From my hand, I activate my
And there's
spell.
the trade-in.
Make yourself useful, Orbital. Orbital, sacrifice yourself for me in heart. I XC summon my monster!
And Starleech Photon Blast Dragon.
Starleech Photon, my Blast Dragon's effect
I knew
activates
you'd
when it's
try that.
XC summoned.
I activate my monster's effect.
I send a light monster to the grave. Appear! Galaxies! My special summoning Galaxy Soldier! Its effect activates! Let's go! Galaxy Knight! I tribute summon my knight. Say hello! Show yourself! I exceed
And
summon
Dingirsu,
my-
Orcus of the
I
Evening
activate
Star.
my monster's effect. I set a card. Let's battle.
So, he must have been playing Divine Dragonite Felgrand and not Constellar Pleiades,
I end my turn.
It's my
as
turn.
otherwise,
I draw.
that should have
The
been
tuner
lethal.
monster jump Synchron. Jump Synchron's effect.
At this moment,
How about no to your
I
compulsory
bring my
shenanigans?
face outcome.
I
I
activate my
activate a quick place. Okay. I synchro summon a monster.
And we just synchro climb once
Level
again.
5. I activate a continuous spell. The tuner monster jump. The hopes of the world coalesce into a single star. Take flight. Stop. Witness the bomb. Sword to power. Up here. Witness the ball. I'll rev it up to blast through my limitations. The stars unite to bring
And the
future.
Quasar comes out. You know how this works.
The evolution
But here's the thing.
I'm not scared to attack.
I had to land Stingirsu here.
Attack, shooting, Quasar. Here's my face.
And this is where that smart play comes into play. People, learn to do this, because this is actually smart. He let the Dingirsu go down, guaranteeing that he survived the turn.
Your strategies are.
Why are people still not doing that with Dingirsu?
It's might. I draw. You'll pay for your. Here's Galaxy Eyes Cloud Dragon. Galaxy Eyes Cloud Dragon's effect.
Unfortunately, I have to just let that happen.
Say hello to. I send a light monster to the graveyard
because of the risk of Galaxy Knight.
Soldier. By special summoning Galaxy Soldier, its effect activates. Join
Turns
me,
out he didn't have
Photon
Galaxy Knight
Vanisher.
yet. I was just scared.
Show yourself.
Granted, it worked out in my favor.
Summon my monster. I won't give up.
So he ran out of time here, so I'm gonna explain how that would have gone.
Over yours was the determining
Soul Flare takes a Galaxy Eyes back. Doesn't matter. The threat is Galaxy Knight. That effect is a forced activate. I'm not stupid. I know about that. So, the next situation would have been Quasar negates Galaxy Knight. He's left with Soul Flare and Photon Dragon. Try to activate Soul Flare because they have to, and Quasar says no. Leaving just Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon and no cards left in hand going into their next turn. And with nothing really left, what could they have done, honestly? So, yay, Battle Chronicle again.
Let's rev it up.
But I
Whatever your
do get the
reason
main
for
combo
dueling me.
finally.
You Duel.
It's go time. Each card has
All you
power
need is
waiting
Jet
to be
Synchron once
unleashed.
again, and this time, Doppel Warrior. Pitch Jet, search your junk Synchron, flip the Synchro Chase,
I flip over my the tuner monster junk.
normal summon junk, bring back Jet, that triggers Doppel Warrior from hand.
My tuner monster. I activate my monk. I'm counting on it.
Junk and Doppel,
Marks of endless
make your Scarred Warrior in the extra monster zone in defense mode,
Synchro scarred. I activate
trigger
my
Doppel to get your 2
monster's
tokens,
effect. I need your. I'm counting on power and speed.
Jet and one of the
surge
tokens,
each other. And
makes your
collide
Formula
and create
Synchron.
the Synchro. Formula Synchron.
Chain 1 Formula, chain 2 Jet,
Synchron's effect.
search your converter, and then get your extra draw.
I'll set a card. I'll set a card. Okay. I
Formula and the other
synchro
token,
summon a monster.
makes your Tatsunoko.
I synchro
Tatsunoko
summon
in the
a
converter in hand, makes your Catapult Warrior. Synchro Chase brings back the Tatsunoko.
Catapult
Converter
warrior.
brings back the formula, and the combo breaks here.
I activate a continuous spell. I activate my monster's effect. The synchro. I know what to do. I
So,
special summon a
on one hand, you can do Formula, Catapult, Scarred to make your turn 1 Quasar. Normally, you don't ever want to do that. So instead, in this case,
Need your help.
Tatsunoko and Catapult, make your Crystal Wing.
I end my turn.
Here I go. My turn. I draw. The spell card. Bingo machine.
And yeah, Bingo Machine Go.
I add the
Yay.
card you choose to my hand. Emerge. Dragon Spirit of Light's
How's this
effect.
for an
Acts Dragon Spirit of Light's effect.
Formula Synchron.
Unfortunately, he did have a Blue Eyes in hand, so there was really nothing I could have done about that.
Except appear.
But at least my Cosmic is safe.
The darkness.
And
There's still
Synchro
hope
Chase
for
will
me.
bring back the Crystal Wing.
Okay.
You don't get to see the full power of this here, but this essentially gives you 2 monster negates with 1 Crystal Wing.
I set a card. I set a card. I set a card. Let's
Now,
battle.
I could
Blue
have
Eyes, White
kept
Dragon.
Crystal
Attack.
Wing safe here.
Still hope for me.
Lightning.
I chose not to.
My monster's effect. It's go
Make your
time.
move.
I draw. Jet Synchron's effect. Here's my tuner monster. I activate.
And
my
believe it or not,
monster's
this is
effect.
where the
I need your help. I special summon a
Now.
monster.
I flip over my set card. I activate
Here's
a
my face
continuous
down.
second Doppel actually mattered.
Activate a
Sort
quick
of.
play
At least in
spell.
terms of consistency, it mattered.
The hopes of the world coalesce into a single star. Take flight. I activate a continuous spell. Scarred whoop.
So in this case, we're gonna save the Signer Dragons and just go straight for Quasar.
I'll rev it up to blast through my limitations. The evolution of
Because we know one of those cards is a Successor Soul, so we're fine.
attack, shooting.
Turns out I think both of those were Successor Soul, but I could be wrong.
This is the strength of our power. My monster Growing up.
Yeah, who cares? Crack down his AIDS. So, finishing off the first stage. Once again, do not be fooled. This is not a mirror. As I said last time, people, archive skills on Yusei are not necessary. You've got 2 to 3 perfectly fine skills.
Nothing and no sure. Duel. It's go time. Might from my hand.
Now, I was expecting Ancient Warriors. Guess again. Bujin.
I'm counting.
Just straight up
I
Bujin.
activate my monster's effect. Okay. I need your help. I activate my
Now, I
monster's
can't explain a lot of how Bujin works. Bujin is just weird to me.
Summon a monster.
So, just let the weirdness sink in for a second.
I know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do. I exceed summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect. I set the pendulum scale. I activate a spell card. I'm counting.
Hiruko is effectively a rank up evolution without actually being a rank up.
I activate my monster's effect. I know what to do. I'm counting. I need your help. I exceed summon a monster. I activate my monster's. I end my turn. It's go time. I draw each card.
The good news is I just straight up have the combo in hand anyway, so I can just grab Genus Synchron for next turn.
Here's my face down. I'm counting. I activate my monster. Here's my tuner monster. You're not the only one full of surprises.
So, he's probably thinking I'm playing Arceus, right? No, I play Crystal Wing, bro. And I don't need Synchro Chase to get that thing out. So if anything, him doing this actually helped me.
Jet Synchron's effect. I synchro summon a monster. Level 5. I activate my monster's effect. Okay. I need your help. I synchro summon a monster. I'll battle. Take this.
Get rid of the link.
It's go time. I draw. I set the pendulum scale.
Yeah, you're not doing that again, bro.
Here's my. I activate my monster's effect. There's
Flip the
still
lance because it's about to get destroyed.
I activate
Make them waste the
quick
turtle.
play spell. Counting. Battle. Go. I attack with my monster. Go.
I don't know why they did that in
My
particular.
monster attacks. I activate my monster. How's this for an answer? I activate my
And Crystal Wing says no to that.
I end my. It's my turn. I draw.
And with
the
Genus
tuner
Synchron in
monster,
hand?
Genus Synchron. Genus Synchron's effect. I never knew.
Yeah, Quasar was going to come out no matter what at that point. So, they just scooped. Good thing, too. That is the level max. But, we just had the second stage going on. And I managed to get a replay from it. One that was worth showing for how weird it was, but still. Enjoy a little bit of bonus content this time around. So, you're thinking Photon Galaxy, right? Well, it should be, but I have no idea what this guy was doing.
Let's rev it up.
You'll learn Duel. My turn. I send a light
Like,
monster
I'm
to
thinking
fear. Galaxy
Photon Dragon
Soldier.
Advent, but he doesn't proc a
I
skill.
special summon
This
the
is for some
Galaxy
reason
Soldier. Its effect activates.
Photon Galaxy Bujin? I don't get it.
I activate
What's
my
going
spell
on
card,
here?
Galaxy Expedition. Appear. Galaxy, show yourself. I build the overlay network.
Well, either way, Constellar Pleiades.
I activate my monsters. I play this. Show yourself. I activate my monsters effect. Let's go. I build the overlay network.
And
I
Susanoo.
activate my monsters effect. I end my turn.
It's go time.
You're up.
Look, I don't get it either.
A duelist's job is to.
Bujin is so freaking weird. This build is weird.
Here's my face down card. I activate.
If you
my
see this,
spell
dude,
card.
what were you going for?
I activate my spell card. Tuning. The tuner
So,
monster
thankfully the
goes
Doppel
Synchron.
got milled. So I was trying to play a bit weird here.
Synchron's effect. Okay,
I knew
I
you'd
special
try
summon a monster.
that.
Pleiades bounces back the Doppel.
Jet Synchron
I think he
effect.
forgot something. Jet was still
Here's my
engraved.
tuner monster. I activate my monster.
Guess who's back?
My special wearing the marks of endless war. His spirit still
So,
scarred.
we do the same combo for the most part as ever. We already have the converter in hand, so we don't have to care.
Speed surge towards each other. And the synchro formula synchrons them. Okay. I
Got a
synchro
second
summon
lance.
monster.
Thankfully.
I synchro
So
summon
here's the
monster.
thing. Even with that, I still fall, I think it's 100 short? Guess who actually gets to do something? In this case, we are doing Synchro Chase to bring back Converter with 400 attack points. Can you see what I'm trying to do here?
The synchro. I know what to do. I activate catapult.
Catapult
Warrior's effect.
Warrior actually
Diving
put
catapult.
this in lethal
From
range.
my hand.
And for good measure, we're going to lance the
Quick fire
Pleiades.
spell.
If we tried to lance Kagetsuchi, it wouldn't have worked.
I'll rev it up to blast through my limitations. The stars unite to.
But the turn 1 Quasar actually gets to mean something.
Battle. Attack. Shooting. Quasar Dragon. Go.
It's
My
not.
monster.
Just enough.
I activate my
Here was a
monsters.
bait.
I knew you'd try.
Sinyo was the real problem. So I waited for that. And there we go. Just barely.
I've never encountered a strength.
This is the strength.
Yeah, dude, what were you going for there? That was so weird. It was worth putting in for a bit of bonus content, but that was so weird. Anyway, my thoughts on Synchron Quasar in this format, and just this format in general, are as follows. Right now, we're in a better format than Tachyon Tier 0. By a long shot, but also not by much. Reason being, where two problems have been hit pretty hard, notably Shiranui no longer being able to search their Samsara, and Tachyon just being shot in general, other problems have come around to take their place. Blue Eyes with the back row of Crackdown Successor Soul combos to essentially have a no-cost free Blue Eyes. Sky Striker in general, just being Sky Striker in general. I mean, their spells are even being used in upper decks. That should tell you something. Furthermore, Tech Genus with their unbreakable boards generally, if not with Trident Launcher and Halberd Cannon, it's Halberd Cannon and Arclight, which is especially annoying. There's also Zombie Synchro with how many ways they can get stuff into the graveyard. It's just one of those cases where, sure, the format's better, but new issues have come up to take their place that are almost as bad. But with how well the Tachyon and Shiranui issues, for the most part anyway, were addressed, minus, Skill Saga still being a pain in the neck, I do have at least some hope that the issues with Blue Eyes, Sky Striker, Tech Genus, and Zombie Synchro will get addressed too, to at least some capacity. But I didn't have much to say on this format. I've said all I can say already. So, with that, until the next video, whatever it might be, later guys.